So it's hard to understand just how much your pets really improve your life until they're gone. And I just don't want to get any more pets because I'm still worried about um, the pets were causing a lot of conflicts with my neighbors. And just that they didn't want me around at all. And I was being threatened every time I was outside. And I didn't want to have them and not spend time with them. And I didn't want to spend time inside because that's actually a lease violation. So I had to go outside and to spend time with them, just to do some enrichment in their lives. Just leaving them in their cages all the time is just, mean. Um, so I used to, when I had the pets, I would had to get up because they had set times. They would start making a lot of noise if I didn't get up and deal with them at a particular time. And now I don't have that. I don't. I decided to lay in bed. It was rainy this morning, and I decided to lay in bed until I could see the lines in my hand. Which was around 8 a.m. And got up, ate a slow breakfast, and then kind of had a headache and stuff. It's starting to alleviate. I think it's psychosomatic. It's not imaginary, but I'm causing the headache with my thoughts. So I'm just sitting here. I've finished reading The Doorway to Bon. There are things that I need to memorize and think about, and I'm kind of dreading that a little bit. I'm usually pretty enthusiastic about learning. I'm trying to figure out my own fusion. My guru had his own fusion that he catered to people who made their own fusion in their lives of Buddhism and Bon. And he went over the history of it with me, the relationship, and his take on the history of the relationship. And I had, very few discrepancies between what he said and what I was already thinking. He just wanted to assert a few nails. And when you think about the four-armed Manjushri that he has, the sword and the Prajnaparamita but he also has a bow and arrow. And the arrow is really important to Bon. And there's the names of the different Buddhas in the different places, the different deities. I'm still not sure how many of them are male and how many of them are female. Learning that kind of thing is what I wanted to do. I don't know what the words are for the feelings that I have right now. And I'm just sort of, I don't really have anything I got to do today. I'm kind of dressed kind of like lazy and just feel like sitting around. But it's, for the past few days, I've just felt like sitting on a couch and watching TV. And I sit on my bed and I watch YouTube. I just watch some guys that maybe in Canada make yurts out of wood. That kind of thing. Composting toilets in Ladakh. That the kind of thing you do when you don't really have anything to do. But I'm reading through Tenzin Wangyal Rinpoche's books. I'm reading his one on the body right now. Doing the Salang exercises and the 9 breath exercises. And I just finished opening the door to Bon. My guru asserted that I had already done my preliminaries. And that, but that reading on the preliminaries, what we're doing here is trying to build up fluency. and just trying to get familiar with I'm familiar with the backstory, but as far as the applications of the practices and things like that, I'm not fully fluent on. I was like a native or a natural for a while, but then I had to study other things, so I'm trying to get back to that. And then I'm resisting the urge to shop. I just was looking around and like, what can I do? The only thing, eating and shopping, eating and shopping, eating and shopping, eating and shopping, and I get a little fed up with that. So I'm just gonna sit here and probably start reading and do my Salung exercises, which yesterday I think I took an hour to do those. I just did them really slow and just sat there in the living room and took my time with that. But we're starting to get the nocturne. We're having some festivals. There was the I don't know if I haven't heard about Lotus Fest this year. I don't know when that is, but there was Witch Fest over the weekend with like Oktoberfest, and a whole bunch of people converged on the town. So the drugs are, exaggerated at the moment. Everybody just got resupplied, and that is hard to cope with. They're talking about a government shutdown again. It looks like it's going to happen because it looks like everybody's being belligerent, and they're talking about mass firings if that happens. So, like they've got it all planned out, and I don't know, and looks like the war's heating up in Europe and the Middle East, and I just have a bunch of books to read. Said Kyungmor Practice that came out this year. I read through it one time. And I do my guru's poem of Benzer Kalaya every morning, and then his guru mantra, and then Longchenpa's guru mantra, which I changed from Om Lama Nyoshul Siddhi Aham to Om Lama Nyoshul Rinpoche Aham. That seemed to make a difference. But see, I do things in order to elide from zero to something. You do some things a little bit mistaken or a little bit weaker, and then do it full on as time goes on.